This will be going through 10 potential game covers we could of course expect to see with Forza Horizon 6. These aren't confirmed, these are mostly ones that have been speculated or fan-made, and also one that was previously leaked by Playground Games, which could be interesting to you, but chances are the actual one we'll see for Horizon 6 probably won't be released until a little bit later, but I thought it'd be a little bit of fun to walk through a few different concepts with varying different locations, and here's the first one we can walk through. Pretty cool one in general, with the Nissan GTR right up front. Presumably you can see with the background, the balloons in the sky, something related to Japan, which of course is the main community favorite as to where we want the event to go on and be. It's pretty cool. Most of these ones have been made by AI or designed by people, so in reality the actual designs won't be one for one, the logo may not be one for one, but it gives you a little bit of an indication to what could we expect with something to do with based on one of the locations it may end up being. Overall pretty cool. You can see there's a few different cars. In reality it'd probably be a newer car that will be shown on the front of all of these covers as we go through them, because most of them use existing cars in the game. Here's the second one, pretty interesting. It's in Shanghai. You can see there's a Mercedes Maybach and a Rolls-Royce Phantom. Now these are two cars we've actually never seen in a Forza game. In fact, we've seen Rolls-Royce in Forza Horizon 3, but not specifically the Phantom. But Rolls-Royce was never re-added in Horizon 4 or Horizon 5. Maybe it will be in Horizon 6. If it were to be, it would very likely cast of the Cullinan and the Rolls Phantom would be in the game, but Maybach we've actually never seen in Forza at all. Whilst there are a lot of Mercedes AMG and regular Mercedes cars, there haven't been any Mercedes Maybach combos of the GLS 600 or the S680, which is depicted in this image. So pretty interesting. In my opinion, it's very unlikely they would use luxury cars as a game cover, because for the masses it's simply not interesting enough and doesn't resemble that racing. It's not a car about getting chauffeured in the back of the back. The game is ultimately about driving fast cars, supercars, etc. So it's more likely we'd see cars of that nature. In the third place we have this car. We can clearly see the Lamborghini Sienna, a pretty cool car, as well as a LaFerrari in the background. Now these are two cars that are more likely to be seen as game cover cars because they're supercars / hypercars. And just quickly, most of you watching this video right now are not subscribed to the channel, so if you want to help us at 150k and stay up to date with the best Forza glitches, content, news and more, be sure to tap that button. It really helps out a lot. However, I still think it'd be unlikely we'd see either of these two, because Horizon 6 will be a new game, so it's very likely they'll use newer cars. The LaFerrari is over 10 years old, the Sienna is still relatively new, but it's already been added in Horizon 5. Usually, Forza will aim to get as much pull and hype and attention to their game cover as possible by using a car we've never seen in the game before. Examples like the McLaren Senna, that was a new car released in real life and into Forza when it was first announced on the Horizon 4 game cover. Similarly with Forza Horizon 5 with the Mercedes AMG 1, that was also a new car into both real life and Forza. We can generally expect that trend to follow. It makes the most sense from a marketing perspective. The fourth concept here I've actually used as a thumbnail in the past. You can see it's got this one car at the front, which is kind of a mysterious car. It's like it looks between a mix between a McLaren or a Ford. You guys can comment down below if you know exactly where that car is, because I'm a little bit unsure. The backdrop looks to be like the UAE. It almost looks like it could be like the UAE or even Japan, a bit of a mix of both. I'm not entirely sure. Pretty cool background. One that would actually probably be a pretty good cover car if they adjusted the lighting a little bit higher quality, but as a provisional concept, pretty cool one in general. Next up, you guys can see another one. This first went viral. It's been covered in so many different places on Forza Horizon 5 or in Forza videos when it was first leaked as a game cover. And it was actually leaked initially on a job application for a Playground Games designer inquiry. I believe it was someone to be a background game designer. And this was the kind of insight cover they had. Now, it was obvious that job was via Playground Games for Forza Horizon 6. So perhaps that's what actually started a lot of this, the rumors about Horizon 6 being in Japan, because it was almost like Forza are telling people, okay, we need developers. Here's an insight into what you'll be developing, and they show Apollo IE, which has been added to Forza before, but clearly with Mount Fuji in the background, indicating they're almost giving a hint to people that they're looking for developers for Forza Horizon 6, and the game will be in Japan. Pretty interesting. Since then, that was a while ago. Chances are it won't be the official game cover because we've already seen it, and by millions and millions of people would have seen it, but it was a very interesting spectacle when it was first released. Next up, we have this one. This one's lower quality. It's been made by AI. You can see there's issues with the actual spelling, but it provides a pretty cool insight, right? You can see generally it would be more likely the game cover would have a car that's front facing, not like away, so it's not too realistic in that regard. Again, where is this? I'm not 100% sure. It's a pretty cool scenic backdrop, but almost looks like it could be Forza Horizon 4 inspired, with the big lake just like what we saw in Horizon 4, but generally a pretty cool concept as well. Next up, we have this one, which was seen by a lot of people. This was also made by AI. Horizon 6 Japan with the Nissan GTR run in front. This is a pretty cool one. Imagine having like a wide body kit on the game cover car. Pretty crazy concept in itself. Again, a lot of these do circulate around Japan because that's ultimately probably the coolest kind of theories can be made with Japan. The most unconventional ideas, or using Mount Fuji, the city, the backline. There's a lot of different advantages to kind of using those kind of Japanese concepts, and this is no different to that. Next up, we have this one, which is clearly in Germany. Now, this one isn't too realistic because it's using older cars. You can see, like what I mentioned earlier, they're not going to use a BMW or a base like Porsche 911 Turbo S or Carrera as a front cover car. Firstly, these cars are already in the game, and secondly, they just don't pop enough. These are too regular, but overall, it provides a good insight into what the backdrop could look like if it were to be Germany. Still a pretty cool concept nonetheless, but nothing that's would rate it lower on this list compared to some of the other options we've seen. And here's the next one we can see with the Bugatti Chiron Pure Sport. Now, we do already have the Chiron, but we don't have the Chiron Pure Sport. So this is actually possible it could be a Pure Sport in theory. And then you can see the Lamborghini Huracan in the background, or the Huracan Evo. That's less likely. It's not that crazy of a car that we'd expect to be on a cover car, even though it's a secondary one to the Bugatti. But interesting concept. This appears to be somewhere on like the shoreline of Brazil, which is also one of the top potential contending locations, which generally goes in the order of Germany, Japan, Brazil. There are also people who reckon it could be in North America, even other concepts such as Dubai or the UAE. Quite a lot of different concepts, but Brazil is definitely up there in terms of possibilities. And real quick, if you want to stay up there with any further news related to Horizon 6 and general Horizon 5 content, like, subscribe, and comment down below where you want to see Horizon 6 being based and which one of these is your favorite. Next up is the final one throughout the course of this video. We have another Japanese-based concept. Pretty cool here. This is probably the most realistic out of all of them. You see the Japanese backdrop, you see the Nissan GTR as well as the Toyota Supra, two JDM cars, which would be super highly desirable in a car or a game like Horizon 6, being in Japan with that kind of backdrop. So pretty insane. And of course, guys, real quick, if you still play Horizon 5 and you want a billion super wheel spins, go on and check out my pinned comment to learn more instantly. PS5, PC, Xbox, etc. A little bit of an idea, but this is one of the 10th ideas we have. Quite a few different slides. Let me know which one you guys like most below, and comment down below, like I said, where you want Horizon 6 to be based.